What's up, Chaos Nation? Big Rob here, coming to you from the Valley of the Night. That's right, on my way home from the office after a long day, getting things done. Something really unrelated to fitness or bodybuilding or anything along those lines. Is what's been going on in the news. And I don't know if somebody's been paying attention. I really try not to, but I keep my ear pretty close to the drum just to pay attention as to kind of what's going on. But what's been going on in the nation all across these colleges is really a lot to do with the fact that we give attention to things that really just don't need attention. Personally, if these kids want to burn their school down, and these schools really don't have any opposition to it, they just want to let it happen. What it is controlled opposition, and the timing is impeccable. If you all remember back in 2020 with the BLM and all the riots that were going on, a lot of that was staged. Whether or not you want to believe that is really your perspective. But reality is a lot of these groups were funded by the same people that are funding the provocateurs that are going on right now. The Soros Group, the Rockefeller Foundation, it's all coming back to the same spots. And, it's okay to talk about fitness. It's okay to talk about bodybuilding and lifting weights. All that stuff is great. It's fun. But what's really going on is something that went on in 2020, and I think from here on out, it's not going to let up. If you haven't noticed, it's just been a weird year. There's been no really campaigns, no debates. I don't really know when they start, but I always remembered a lot of the debates started sooner. It's like they don't do that anymore. It's just a very strange time. But the coincidence is that things are happening just like they did in 2020, minus the, little pandemic that we had. But, rocks being delivered, bricks being delivered, actual bill of, what do they call those? The bill of lading. That means the bill of delivery for these bricks that were delivered to these quote-unquote riots that were staged. So we're seeing the same types of things happen at these college campuses, and they really just let them get out of control. And my opinion is put a fence around it and let them protest all they want. Really, they have no clue what they're doing. That most of them are getting paid to do this, so they know what they're doing and what they're doing it for. But we're just giving them a lot of attention that they really don't deserve. And so just like a fire, you just, you cut around it and you let it, like a forest fire, let it burn itself out. You give it a little bit of time, you spray it with a little, fire retardant, but for the most part, control burn it. Let it control its own burn. It's when it starts to get involved with our everyday life and these people are blocking roadways and stuff. I mean, that's just really where you draw the line. But as far as these colleges and stuff, it's just kind of, I hate to say it, but we're just used to it. And if you got that kind of time on your hands and you're being paid to do it, why wouldn't these young college kids do it? They really don't go to school anymore to learn a trade or to learn anything that's going to actually advance themselves for the most part. They're just going, getting these degrees that are worthless coming out of college and wondering why they can't make much money. Because they've been lied to themselves and brainwashed into believing this leftist propaganda that just doesn't work. I kind of talked about it in one of my other videos. So, like I said, I wish things were different, but I understand the economy is playing a big role in how people are spending their money. I try to offer as many discounts as I can. In some areas, I've had to raise prices just to keep up with rapid inflation. It's not something I've wanted to do. I've kept the free shipping, but some other products are just, it's costing me an arm and a leg to ship it and to make it. So it's just something I have to do in order to sell that product. If not, then the product doesn't sell, but I can't take a loss. So you're seeing a lot of companies, much like 2020 fade out too, like Denny's and a lot of other companies that aren't talking about it, but they're restructuring, trying to figure out how to stay afloat during this troubled time. And I know a lot of people out there celebrating Cinco de Mayo, thinking everything is normal, everything's okay, sipping on some beer. But don't be the one that gets stuck in a position where, whoops, I should have been paying attention. It's great to have a fun, good time, shake that booty, get out there, do what you got to do. But I hate to break it to you guys, Uber Eats is not going to be a long-term pension type job, and being on OnlyFans isn't going to pay the bills forever, because you will get old. So I hope some of you are out there really thinking about your futures, and paying attention to what's going on, because they are using us and they are doing what they need to do, and it's just you're right in some aspects, because I understand, I kind of hear it too. Well, what can we do? We might as well at least have some fun. And I understand that too. So if you got the spread, you got the bread, enjoy the sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the time. But for the most part, there are some people that are hurting real bad, and confidence is really low. So coming from a business owner standpoint, I can tell you that consumer confidence is very low. Orders that I used to see years ago just aren't there. And it's just keeping it real. I mean, that's really the nuts and bolts of it. We can sugarcoat it if we want to, but the real truth is Main Street is getting hammered while Wall Street is still making their money. And it's been that way for generations. It just progressively gets worse. And, when you're paying $18 to $20 for a crappy steak, you know what I always say? Just go to ground beef. At that point, there's not much difference, except texture. So I've kind of went on a rant, kind of going off a little bit, but just want you guys to realize there's more to life than having fun in the gym, stepping on a stage and all that good stuff. That's great, but when push comes to shove, you got to really pay attention to what's going on around you, so you don't get caught one day in a perplexing situation where you got to bug out, or take care of your family and you don't know how to. So just take these videos into consideration as you go about your day. Plan things out, plot your course. Man, I know there's a lot of folks out there working their tails off, and I commend you. It's tough out there to stay afloat. I know on Instagram, like I said, everybody wants to portray that everything's okay, but you're only seeing their highlight reel. You're not seeing that checkbook. So that happens. I guess just watch it and have some fun, but realize there's a lot going on around you and you should be paying attention to. So on that note, guys, hit up the website, cashnutrition.com, for all your supplement and apparel needs. And be sure to use code YouTube20, man. Saves you 20%, free shipping all day, every day, as long as I can. It's still out there, it's still happening. So until next time, guys, I'm Big Rob. Keep getting out there, keep doing whatever it takes to be successful. And until next time, guys, I'm out.